I'm here in Grand Rapids today as we kick off our prescription drug listening session. Too many people, unfortunately, are making really tough choices between affording their prescription drugs and everyday essentials.
Senator Gary Peters in Southgate today as part of his listening tour on lowering the cost of prescription drugs for Michiganders.
A roundtable discussion was held today in Flint to talk about the cost of prescription drugs for people in Michigan.
Well, Michigan U.S. Senator Gary Peters holding a roundtable discussion in Grand Rapids today talking about lowering the cost of prescription drugs. Peters heard from local health providers and families impacted by those high costs.
My name is Rachel Lockwood. I am a mother of 3 children with type 1 diabetes. Currently, my children have 6 prescriptions for insulin. All 6 prescriptions have been denied by insurance. When I went to purchase that insulin over the counter, I found out that the cost was $606 for 1 month. That's not within our budget, not something that we can afford. We drove to Canada and we purchased a year's worth of insulin for $71 per box as opposed to $600. I'm angry that I'm having to rely on foreign countries to keep my children alive when the exact same insulin that they need is readily available in the United States.
My name is Diane Schaefer and I am from Grand Rapids, Michigan. My son, Jared Williams, in November of 2014 passed away from a very manageable illness, which was asthma. He tried to stretch his medications out because he couldn't afford the medication to be able to take it every day on a consistent basis. It is an unimaginable pain for a mom to lose their loved ones to something that is so manageable, so sustainable.
My name is Danielle Scheifele from Coopersville, Michigan. I have 2 boys with juvenile arthritis. They are both on several different medications that they take each month. So total, we look at about just under $20,000 a month in medications before insurance. Even if we had an 80-20 insurance plan, we would be looking at $4,000 per month to help cover the cost of their medications, which is completely astronomical, and no family should have to look at the, the difference of, do we pay our mortgage, do we buy groceries, do we, get our children their medications. So what we do is we go ahead and select that high deductible plan, so we meet that out-of-pocket maximum of $12,700, which we normally end up meeting in January at the first of the year. And then after that, things are covered at cost, but there's other things like their follow-up visits and gas and so many other things that come into, the calculation of how much it takes to, care for them so much other than their medications.
These roundtables that I've held are very important because I've been hearing from folks who are dealing with this problem every day. They are faced with some very difficult decisions as to whether to buy their prescription drugs or food or rent. These are tough decisions for people to make, and it impacts people all across the state of Michigan. We're wrapping up our last roundtable on prescription drug prices. It's simply unacceptable, the types of costs that we see right now with prescription drugs. I'm right now sponsoring legislation to bring down prescription drug costs, but I've also heard a number of other ideas of ways that we can do that, and I look forward to getting back to Washington and putting these ideas into legislation.